Last episode, we worked through a ton of transfer activity to build a squad ready to challenge for the Premier League title this season. Hey, what's going on? Respected Jeff here with another episode in this Chelsea career. Ton of stuff going on last episode. We made a bunch of new signings, but the season really kicks off this time around as we get our league campaign fully underway. But it's time for the new event for the episode. We started Chelsea Football Group at the end of last season, and Vitesse is the first team to join. They'll get first bid on all of our most promising youngsters, and in return, they'll guarantee giving them playing time. So it's a win-win for both teams, and we have a place to safely send our youngsters out on loan to get some guaranteed minutes. Taking a look at them, high 60s, low 70s overall, it's the perfect spot for players who wouldn't feature in our team ordinarily. And the first one to go out on loan is the Guehi and Salem, who we'll be hoping is the Mohamed Salah that never quite made it at Chelsea. We're going to give him a fair shot this time around. Mark Guehi, the young center back, also gets a loan opportunity at Vitesse, so the pair of them is off, and hopefully they develop well this season. But for now, we get back to our league campaign here. Newcastle up next, first home game of the season, and we're looking for a big result. So we're sticking with a 4-3-3 that's been working so well for us. Let's get to it. Alright, here we go, a win in our opening match of the season, and we are definitely looking to make that happen again out here in front of the home fans against a Newcastle side that maybe not the worst in the Premier League this season, but definitely not among the top couple of teams. So I think nothing other than a win will be expected from our team out here. Tammy Abraham, who's been in hot form recently, looking to keep that up, lays it off for Ziyech, who cuts inside, and a very uncharacteristic miss wide of the post. Curling effort from number 22 in Chelsea. Kai Havertz now getting forwards and taking his man on one-on-one, outrageous footwork, and he's still going. Kai Havertz somehow ends up with the ball, and a shot at the end of the move is blocked and out for a corner kick. Kai Havertz is looking inspired out there. He and Ziyech switching between attacking midfielder and right winger. Both of them can play either position really, so it's a pretty fluid movement pattern between the two of them. Ziyech again getting in the box and blocked this time by the center back of Newcastle, and they're holding on defensively here, but Chelsea continue to bomb forwards. Loftus-Cheek seeing a lot of action on the ball here, slips through Timo Werner, cutting inside, looking to go at it alone, and again blocked. We just can't get a clear-cut shot off on goal. We finally manage it, and Kai Havertz sends that one straight at the goalkeeper. Good effort to get his foot on it, but just not quite enough to beat the keeper. Hakim Ziyech again recycled to the edge of the area, and there you have it. Kai Havertz eventually finishes the move off, linking up well with Ziyech. Really good touch down to feet, great ball in, and he excels in those positions, Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea finally and deservedly go in front, but we're not done yet. Continuing to push on the attack here. Ziyech slips through Loftus-Cheek in the box, who has a shot blocked by the goalkeeper, and the follow-up again. Newcastle really struggling against Chelsea here. And on we go, looking for more. Timo Werner carrying the ball forwards. The whole team looking high on confidence, and it shows. Ball slipped through for Ziyech. Looking to make something happen, patient on the ball, cuts it back. Timo Werner with the acrobatic overhead kick into the bottom corner, and that puts us 2 in front of Newcastle, and who else but Timo Werner. He is so lethal in front of goal. Look at that, could not have been better hit, and he really has been unstoppable so far this season, and really doesn't look to be slowing down at all for that matter. Newcastle really desperate to get themselves back in this game with about 30 minutes remaining, and we're defending deep here. Great chance in the box, though, is eventually converted. Newcastle pull one back. It's Tammy Abraham coming off. Wilfried Zaha coming on, a little bit of energy up top to see if we can grab a third goal and put this game to bed. Still plenty of time left to make it happen. Newcastle continuing to grow into the game a little bit. Joe Linton trying to flick it over the head of Silva. Not going to happen on our watch. Our defense holds strong in that instance. About 10 minutes remaining, and Silva, an outstanding challenge to spring us on a counterattack here. Over the top, looking for Zaha, heads it down into space. Lovely touch, but the finish is missing. It trickles wide, and that chance went wide for Chelsea. Substitutions coming on again. Declan Rice and Marcel Sabitzer to close things down in the middle of the pitch here. We just have to see this one out now. Not a matter of scoring more goals with only a couple minutes remaining in the match, although Sabitzer, welcome to the Premier League, gets pushed off that ball right away. And then Reece James eventually blocks the cross, and Chelsea hanging on here. Not a lot of time left. I think we just have to get the ball out of our half. And N'Golo Kante, it's out wide. Ben Chilwell takes the ball forwards, and surely this will be it. Play continues, though. Can we go on to make something happen here? Zaha cutting inside and still going. Ball eventually given away back to Newcastle. Down the sideline, whistle blown. It finally runs out of play. Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1, and we get another important 3 points. Alright, well, big game coming up next. Manchester United. Let's take a quick look at the calendar. 2 big games in a row, actually. United and then Arsenal, both away matchups, both must-win matches if we want to remain top of the table, or at least close to it. And let's get straight back into action against Man U. Alright, here we go, away at Old Trafford. Can we keep up our good form? That's 2 from 2 from Chelsea. Way too early in the season to draw any conclusions from those 2 matches. I think we'll be much better able to assess the team after we take on 2 tougher teams in the form of Man U and Arsenal. And if we can come away with wins from those, I think we're in really good position going forwards. Still so much season to play after that, but let's see what's in front of us here. N'Golo Kante playing a little further forward this time. Declan Rice gets the start. I think we need both of them in the center to play a little more defensively against a team of United's caliber. We just need to be careful here, and we have such good attacking players that I don't think it'll be an issue. Timo Werner whips a early ball in there. Nothing comes from the chance, though. Man U's turn coming forwards here. Thomas Muller tries to lay it off. Azpilicueta does well. And now the ball progressed forwards. Beautiful stuff from Ziyech and Kante charging forwards. He seems to be enjoying his life a little forward already. N'Golo Kante getting involved with the play here in Timo Werner. And looking to slide a ball through here. Hakim Ziyech. Oh, the pass just ahead of him. It was a good run. Good vision, too, to pick the pass out, but just didn't quite have the quality on the end of it. Azpilicueta now back to the goalkeeper Mendy, being pressed high up the pitch. All the way forwards here, and Werner lays it off, and N'Golo Kante on the receiving end. And just like that, we're on the counter-attack here. Kante charging forwards. Can he deliver a final ball inside Ziyech? First time ball through. Tammy Abraham blocked by De Gea, and the follow-up header goes towering over the post. And Chelsea, a beautiful opportunity there, and we could not take advantage of it. Anthony Martial now coming forwards, and Zuma does well to win the ball back. Our defense has held up to their challenge so far. Man, you've been scoring goals for fun this season, but not against a back line of the caliber of ours. Declan Rice ball forwards now for Hakim Ziyech. And he has the option ahead of him of Tammy Abraham. Beautiful reverse pass into space. And it's too easy here for Abraham, who scores. Chelsea 1, Man U 0. We get ourselves in front, and it's Abraham, the main man, once again. But all credit to the pass there from Hakim Ziyech to slide that one through. Brilliant vision, as always. And he has been absolutely outstanding as an attacking midfielder for us. N'Golo Kante, a little more defensive-minded, but he is enjoying the freedom getting forwards here. And Timo Werner now in space. Can we capitalize? Chelsea grab a second just like that. Minutes later, Chelsea 2, Man U 0, flips the game on its head completely, and we are in a dominant position now. Werner and Abraham been scoring all season long, and this game is no exception. Both of them get on the score sheet, and we are ahead just like that. Coming into the second half here, Man U desperate to pull a goal back for themselves. Thomas Muller rides out the challenge from Zuma, but Declan Rice getting into a good position, makes the block, and Rice, man, this guy has been outstanding this season. I really have to say, if he keeps this form up, he's in the running for a player of the season. He has just been pulling everything together. So good on the defense and in the transition, getting the ball forwards to our more attacking players. But Man U keep pushing on here. Seen out again. Our defense standing up really strong to the task here, and it's a sub coming on. Marcel Sabitzer. Ziyech has played really well, but just given a rest here, we need a little more defensive of a midfielder to make sure we can close this game out and don't concede any poor goals. Wild ball over the top there from Man U, all the way back to Mendy, and the ball rolled out to Thiago Silva. We build out from the back now. Declan Rice finds the feet of Kante. Easy ball out wide for Chilwell. Just passing the ball around here, Chelsea. Timo Werner cutting inside and still going. Quick feet. And takes a touch around his man. Beautiful stuff here. N'Golo Kante. Build-up play continues. Chilwell inside. Havertz back post. And it's 3. Chelsea from back to front. And just like that, Kai Havertz scores a goal. And that's all 3 of our attacking players. Werner, Abraham, Havertz, all grabbing a goal apiece. It is just absolutely great play all over the pitch from Chelsea. Declan Rice wins the ball back again. Man of the match for me. He has really transformed his play from last season. He was good, but he is absolute class this season. To the point where I'm playing him over Kante in that position, which says a ton because on paper, I think Kante is our best player alongside Havertz. Timo Werner still going, cutting inside, and he can't quite get that chance off, but he has looked an absolute menace this match. And look at that, guys. Declan Rice, right place, right time to win it again and transition back into attack here. And Sabitzer taking a touch around his man again. Can't quite get the shot off. Substitution time now, though. Mason Mount coming on, a real world-class talent in the making. He just needs some more minutes. He gets a little run out here, but really the rest of the game was uneventful. Man U with kind of a half chance here, maybe foul at the edge of the box, but the whistle blows regardless. Chelsea 3, Man U 0. 3 more points for Chelsea too. That's the most important thing. Keeps us tied top of the league with Liverpool. Well done. Well, I think I misspoke at the end of that last one. We are not joint top of the league yet with Liverpool. We will be if we get a win in our 4th game. They have a game in hand over us. Burnley actually a point ahead of us too, so we'll need at least a draw to stay level with them. I don't think they'll be contenders come the end of the season though. Arsenal up next, another tough away matchup. Can Chelsea stand up to the task and get another win? All right, here we go straight into action against Arsenal. We have been in hot form recently, and we're looking to keep that up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're sticking with the same formation, 4-3-3 with Conte on the left side of midfield, Declan Rice as the holding defensive midfielder. Worked out really well for us last time. With Ziyech allowed to get a little further forward on the right-hand side, I think it's the perfect balance. Abraham from distance, deflection, and it's in the back of the net. No way, Tammy Abraham. Well, it isn't the prettiest goal you'll ever see, but it's a goal nonetheless that stands. Huge deflection off the foot of the Arsenal defender, finds its way into the back of the net. I don't think it would have troubled the keeper had it been straight through, but we'll take it. Chelsea go a goal up just like that, and Abraham, it was on target originally, so the goal counts, and he is in absolute top-class form here, starting the season on a hot note. Arsenal with a threatening ball inside. Martinelli can't make the most of it though, and again, our defense hangs on to this one. Conte, can we transition this into a bit of an attack here? No. Play continues though, and Arsenal getting forwards now, looking for a ball over the top. Thiago Silva says no way and gets the ball forward once again. Our defense has been in absolute lockdown mode recently. So hard to get past. Great link-up play here. Looking for the feet of Ziyech. He can't quite get the shot off, but Chelsea producing some absolutely magical stuff going forwards. It's out wide now. Kai Havertz looking to find a way through and still going here, setting up maybe the overlap run from Reece James, who curls a ball in all the way to the back post. How about that? Timo Werner puts it in again. He and Abraham are just trading punches, scoring goals here, but that is all down to the cross. Absolutely world-class from Reece James. Finds its way past 4 defenders all the way to the back post. Inch perfect, I'll even say millimeter perfect. You just can't ask for anything more from your forwards. Arsenal looking for a way through. It's offsides from Nketiah. Mendy had it saved regardless. Our goalkeeper is still really keeping shots out no matter what these days. Timo Werner forwards. The clever reverse pass from Ziyech finds him in Werner all the way to the byline. Manages to put a cross in, and it's seen out by Arsenal, but they are hanging on by a thread here defensively. The bombardment keeps coming forwards from Chelsea. Tammy Abraham drags a shot wide, and that easily could have been a 3rd goal for us. But more importantly, we hang on to our 2-goal lead here, coming into the later stages of the game, looking to be another win. Marcel Sabitzer and Wilfried Zaha, both new signings coming on to get a little bit of a run out here at the end of the game as they find their feet, looking to establish a first-team spot. Nketiah coming forwards again and again. Declan Rice sees that one out. I seriously think the key here is our defensive to offensive players. We have a very defensive back line. They just sort of sit back, absorb pressure, and get it to our forwards who can do the damage up top. We have players like Ziyech, Havertz, Abraham up top, who all they're concerned with is creating goals, scoring goals, and then defensively, we have Conte, we have Rice sitting in front of the back 4, and then the back 4 themselves are all super locked down on defense. Declan Rice gave it a great run out this time around. Loftus-Cheek on for a few minutes. Scoreline still remains 2-0 here in the later stages of the game. Whistle eventually blows. Chelsea see out Arsenal to another huge 3 points that do take us top of the league alongside Liverpool. Big result here. Abraham and Werner, the stars again. All right, well, with that said and done, it's deadline day. I don't think we have much business left to do, but an offer comes in for Mason Mount from Tottenham. That is a ballsy move from them. I don't think Mason Mount would ever leave to rivals like that. He is Chelsea through and through, and I think if he's ever going to be sold, it would not be to another English rival, that's for sure. But it might be a wake-up call from us that other big clubs are interested in our young man, and we got to make sure that we give him the minutes he wants to stick around. And I think he'll come good. He had some good minutes last season, and he definitely has shown his worth in the substitution appearances that he's made. Ethan Ampadu going out on loan as well to Villarreal. He had a great preseason. It's not fair to him to not give him the minutes that he deserves. And same with Conor Gallagher, who is out on loan to Real Sociedad as well. Hopefully both of them can impress on loan and come back and actually get some minutes starting in the team next season if they're closer to high 70s, low 80s than they are right now. So with that said, the window winds down. Couple players out on loan, but that's the rest of our big news here. I think the squad is in great shape, and our performances recently have been showing it. So we have Champions League action coming up soon, which means I'm going to rotate the squad big time for this one. Hudson-Odoi. You know what? I'm actually going to put Zaha up top instead of Abraham. Pulisic on the wing as well. Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek, Sabitzer all in the middle of the pitch, and then a fresh back line, including Tavares, our new signing, as left back, and Onana gets another shot at goalkeeper. Let's see if he can stand up to the challenge. All right, well, the talking point here against Brentford are most of the reserve or fringe players that we've had so far. Pulisic coming back off of a injury-ridden season here. Mason Mount, who has not had too many opportunities. Our new signing Tavares. Onana, who's been struggling. So many players to keep an eye out on. And let's see if our substitution squad here has what it takes to grind out a result in the Premier League and see if anyone can catch our eye, maybe make a push for a first-team position. Marcel Sabitzer getting caught out on the ball. Not a good start from him. He really has not had a great start to life in the Premier League in general. I think he'll come good, but maybe a little bit of a transition period. Pulisic winning the ball back, making easy work of that, and still going. Can't quite find the return pass from Reece James, but it's a bright start from Chelsea, although Brentford getting in behind. Onana, very easy save, but a save nonetheless. Hopefully his confidence can start to rise a little bit after this game. He has been in an absolutely horrible run of form the last season or two, but I'm hoping he comes good. He was such a promising young goalkeeper when we signed him, and that really has fallen off a cliff as of late, with Mendy taking that spot, and even Petr Cech knocking at the door of our second goalkeeper spot here. Laid off for Sabitzer, who takes the ball forwards, waiting for a run ahead of him, flicks it back to Pulisic, who has somehow managed to get injured again here. Hopefully it's nothing serious. That's really the story of his time here with us so far. Absolutely injury-ridden, but loads of talent behind him, and we are just hoping that he can stay fit long enough to make an impression on the first team. Brentford, couple good opportunities passing in behind now. Tavares looking to close it down, and he does well, Tavares, to just poke that ball away. Brentford keep coming forwards here, and again played back. Patient play inside of our box, and this back line, you can tell it's not our usual back four, the resolute back line that we're used to, but Brentford way overcommit, and Sabitzer is through on goal. This is absolutely horrible from the Brentford back line, and he finishes. Marcel Sabitzer. Well, hopefully that's a bit of a pick-me-up. Like I said earlier, not the brightest start to life in a Chelsea shirt, but he gets a goal, keeps his head up high, and that is a really well-taken opportunity by him. Not the easiest to finish this with the outside of the boot, but he puts it perfectly into that far corner. Chelsea get the go-ahead goal here. Brentford's hopes dashed so far. They started the game pretty well, but our team looks to be in control of the match already with a growing influence here. Hudson-Odoi cutting inside. First couple touches of the ball. Really been quiet so far in this game. Lays it off. Well done. Flicked through. Pulisic makes that run outside. Sabitzer finds him, and he finishes! Christian Pulisic slams that one into the roof of the net, not messing around and looking to show what he can do. Sabitzer gets an assist as well. This game is shaping up for him. A little sloppy off of the first pass, but it comes off regardless, and that is a class finish by Pulisic into that top corner. Chelsea 2 already, and we look to be in real control of this match coming into the second half here. Tomori doing well, getting a couple minutes here. We decided to not loan him out and give him a chance in the team, instead sending Ampadu out on loan, and hopefully Tomori can keep growing here in this team. He is a very promising young center back. Abraham flicks it through, still going. Zaha, chance straight at the goalkeeper. A lot of players catching my eye here that really didn't beforehand, and another defensive effort there by Reece James blocked. Played out from the back, Upamecano getting himself forward. Sabitzer lays it off. Loftus-Cheek charging forwards with those long strides of his. Plays a brilliant ball through. Hudson-Odoi chips it back up. Tammy Abraham, the substitute, comes on and scores again. He is not messing around this season. Another Premier League goal and another Premier League game from Tammy Abraham. 3-0 Chelsea, and we look to be well on our way to another win here. Reece James, he's been playing a lot of minutes recently, coming off, looked good. But this is the perfect kind of game to introduce Hugo Hawkins for another appearance here, our young right back / center back out of the academy from last season. We look to be on our way to a win, so we'll see how much harm he could possibly do us here. Good save there from Onana. His confidence definitely getting up. This is a step up for sure from what we saw from him in preseason. And now Mason Mount getting forwards. Chelsea not done yet. Tavares showing off his pace here, coming out of left back. No real option to cross ahead of him. Plays it back for Zaha. Takes it inside, takes a touch around. I do not know how that's not a foul. Brentford get away with it somehow, and they keep going here. Tavares recovers all the way back. He's had a good debut here, Tavares. Really good stuff from the young left back. Mason Mount lays it off. Wilfried Zaha takes a touch into space, but the whistle blows. Chelsea 3, Brentford 0. Great stuff from the Blues. Again, another win. And I'll be honest, this game gave me a lot to think about. Mason Mount looked really good. Sabitzer obviously had a great game. Tavares had a good debut. Even Onana looked solid in goal. All ones to keep an eye on. All right, well, fantastic episode. Fortunately, Pulisic only out for 5 days. I have to admit, I was really worried when I saw him go out injured yet again. Hopefully, he can stay in the team for a while now. Next up, it's the beginning of this year's Champions League. This is our group. We actually drew RB Leipzig, who we have now taken 4 players from, so they'll probably be out with a vengeance against us. We have Upamecano. We obviously have the 2 signings this year of Zaha Sabitzer, Timo Werner, the purchase in real life, so they won't be happy about that. Our group not too hard though, all things considered. There's a look at some of the other groups in the table, but hopefully we will go through to make a good run in the Champions League this season. You guys, if you're interested in checking out some of the stats from the saves so far, go to respectthejeff.com, check out the Chelsea category. You can see all the players in the team, all of their detailed stats, as well as their goals, appearances, things like that so far this season. Also, if you've been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing to the channel. Helps me out a lot, and we will move on with next episode. I'll be back soon with that, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.